first thing is be prepared and make sure that you're well rested, you're in a good frame of mind, if you're healthy, that you can focus on your audition. So make sure you've given time for it and you've rearranged any other commitments that you have, and that you are on time on the day. Prepare the piece that you're going to audition. So hopefully you've been sent a script, or you've been given an idea about what the audition's going to be about, and perhaps that you've been asked to prepare your own piece. Make sure that you've done that. You don't have to have learnt anything if it's something that you've been sent, unless it's specifically asked for, but usually it isn't. But be familiar with it, familiar enough that you don't always have to just be focusing on the page. You can look up and you can engage, particularly if you're reading with somebody else. Be decisive. Make choices about the piece that you're going to do. Don't wait to be given loads of direction at the beginning. Make some early decisions before you come in about what you're going to do. If it's a piece of work that you've prepared yourself, then that's fine and you'll have made decisions. But make clear decisions. Something that we can note on. It may be wrong, or not wrong, but it may be something that I hadn't thought about, or not a way that I was intending to go with that character. But it's always refreshing when people have made strong choices about what they're doing. Avoid anything that's kind of quirky. You don't need to come in with props. You don't need to be wearing costumes to suit yourself to the part. All of those kind of things are a distraction. I just want to be able to know that you are being able to focus on the work, and that we can get excited about it and we can work on it together. Have a look around the subject itself, the play or the company that you're going to be working for, or the director you're going to be working for. You don't have to do a huge amount of research, but it's always great when actors have taken it upon themselves to engage in the subject. If I'm directing a play or some piece of theatre, it's because I really love it and I'm really engaged in it, and I love it when other people are engaged in it too. So the big reasons why people end up not performing well in auditions, because they are anxious. If you can find a way, and lots of guidance out there about finding a way for you to stay relaxed and focused, make sure that you get yourself a routine and that you feel comfortable doing that, so that you're prepared and relaxed when you go in. When I was working as an actor, I always used to call a friend. I had a few friends that I'd ring beforehand, just to get myself into the frame of mind of being relaxed and being able to speak without feeling like I'd bottled everything up. You may have had not a run of auditions which you haven't got. Maybe something's going on in your personal life. You have to kind of leave all that aside. And what we want to see is the best side of you. So we want to see somebody that's positive. Remember, we're thinking about you perhaps going to be in the room with us for, maybe a month or two, maybe longer. And we'll be assessing people on talent and suitability for the part, but also personality. Is this person going to fit in? Are they going to be the kind of person that I want to see every day? Be attentive. Do listen to what a director, if it's me or anybody else you're working with, to what they're saying. You'll be getting information, perhaps from the casting director, from the director, perhaps from somebody else, about the project. Perhaps it'll be about the timeline. When you're nervous, it's amazing how often people have asked me questions about stuff that has already been given, or even more obviously has been given by your agent, or it's come out on the casting sheet. So you don't need to be asking questions about stuff that you already know the answer to, just to show that you've read it. You might get a note to play the character in a slightly different way. What we're looking for is somebody that is directable, and we don't want somebody to turn up on day one with the performance in their pocket just to be able to deliver it. Just in the same way that at the beginning of rehearsal, the production isn't ready. we're looking for people who are going to be part of a process. We want it to be a collaborative process. And so showing flexibility, listening to a note or some guidance that you're given on the way to play a particular moment or a scene is really useful. So take it on board, see if you can reflect that note back in the way that you replay the scene. When you come to the end of it, the end of your audition, you'll no doubt be asked if you've got any questions. It's absolutely fine to have some questions. As I said earlier, best not just to sort of come up with some questions because you feel you should have one. Keep it tidy. What we don't want as you exit the room is waffle. That again shows sort of nervousness and anxiety, and it's just something that's very off-putting. So don't have lots of bags hanging around on the floor that you need to collect, or don't feel like you need to go around and shake everybody's hands at the end or any of that kind of thing. It's, as Shakespeare said, brevity is the soul of wit. Once you've finished and you're done, you be off. Let us spend time thinking about you and making decisions. If we really need to see you again, we'll call you back. And my final note is to be positive. Now, there are going to be many auditions that you go to where you won't get the part. That is life. Yeah, there's a huge amount of competition. The reason you don't get the part will just simply be because you don't fit. That's all it'll be about. It'll just be about putting a group of actors together, or a couple of and trying to work out how a family grouping might fit together, or personalities might work together, and it just might be that you're not right for it, and you'll just move on to the next one. If you can find a way to be able to just let the audition go after you've left it and just trot on out into the world, all well and good. One of the things I used to do is to just do something for me straight after an audition, rather than just going straight back into life again. See if you can find something just to immediately move yourself out of the anxiety of the audition and the outcome of the audition. I hope all these suggestions are useful. I wish you every success in your careers. And I hope at one point or another that we are in an audition together and we get an opportunity to work together.